everyone, I'm Sienna and I'm here to guide you through a Vinyasa practice. We'll start an extended child's pose. From the back of your mat, bring your big toes to touch. Open your knees as wide or as narrow as you'd like. Begin to sink your hips down your mat. You walk your fingertips towards the front of the mat and rest your forehead down your mat. Let's take a moment here to open a class with a big cleansing breath. Nice deep inhale through the nose. Open mouth, exhale, side out. Continue to bring awareness to your breath as we take the time to acknowledge the time and the space that we've created to practice. And for Vinyasa practice, I will encourage you to cultivate Ujjayi Pranayama. Ujjayi Pranayama is the type of breath work. This will help build heat as well as retain energy in your body. To do this, take nice deep inhale through the nose. This time, seal your lips and exhale through your nose. Deep inhale through the nose. Feel it at the back of your throat. And exhale through your nose. Keep breathing with that rhythm of breath as we move along with our practice. On your next inhale, guide yourself to tabletop. Shoulders over your wrists, hips over your knees. Flat back, gaze down your mat. We'll warm up the spine with a few cat-cow exercises. Inhale, cow pose. Tilt your pelvis towards the ceiling. Open your chest forward, gaze forward. Exhale, cat pose. Round your spine. Tilt your pelvis towards the ground. Chin to your chest. Inhale, back to cow. Open your heart forward. Let your belly drop towards the ground. Exhale, cat. Round your spine. Maybe actively push the ground away from you. We're going to engage the muscles right from the get-go. Inhale, back to cow. Maybe guide the shoulder blades together to touch. Exhale, cat. Round your spine. Gaze towards the back wall. And slowly come back to neutral tabletop. Take another inhale to prepare. And exhale into your downward facing dog. Curl your toes under. Lift your hips up and back. For your first downward dog, feel free to pedal your feet. Bend one knee, bend the other. Maybe sway your hips side to side. Make whatever movement feels good in your body in order to warm up in this pose. Maybe shake your head side to side to let go of any tension at the back of your neck. And slowly come to stillness. I want you to bring more awareness to your palms. I want you to spread your fingers wide to evenly distribute your weight onto your palms. Now slowly bring awareness to your belly, to your core. I want you to actively pull your belly button in towards your spine to find more length in this downward facing dog. And if this is too much, you always have the option to put a slight or generous bend in your knees here. Now slowly bring more awareness to your heels. Maybe you'll find it a little bit closer towards the ground. Doesn't necessarily have to touch the ground. See how it feels. Maybe you'll find more length through your legs, through your spine. Slowly come to stillness. Let's take an inhale, lift your heels up and away from your mat. Come up to your tippy toes. Exhale, lower it down. Inhale, lift your heels as high as you can. Come up to your tippy toes. This time, exhale, guide your heels towards the right. Nice little side body stretch, especially on the left side. Inhale, lift your heels up and away from your mat once more. Exhale, heels to the left this time. Mainly feel it on the right side body. Inhale, bring your heels back to center. Lift it as high as you can. Hold it at the top, slight contraction for your calf muscles. And exhale, lower it down. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, walk your feet to the top of your mat. Ragdoll pose. So for ragdoll, step your feet at hips with distance. Let your torso hang over your thighs. Option to grab onto opposite elbows. You can always put a generous amount of bend in your knees here for more of a spine release. But if you want more of a hamstring stretch, go ahead and try to keep your legs straight. Feel that nice stretch for the hamstrings. Option to swing side to side. This is one of the poses where I really feel the expansion of my lungs as I breathe. Really begin to connect or bring more awareness to your breath. And slowly come to stillness. Release your fingertips down your mat, toe heel your feet back to touch. And slow and control, roll all the way up to standing, one vertebrae at a time. Make your head come up last. Samasthiti, stand at attention, feet together to touch, hands by your sides. We'll start flowing through sun salutation A. Inhale, mountain. Swing your arms all the way up. Root down onto four corners of your feet. Bring your fingertips, your pinky fingers in towards each other. Belly button in towards your spine. Keep on engaging your core. Shoulder blades away from your ears. If this is too much, you can always cactus your arms. Breathe here. Take another breath in. Find length through the crown of your head. Exhale, forward fold, hinge from your hips. Inhale, halfway lift. Place your hands on your shin or your thighs. Flat back, just avoid your knees. Gaze down your mat. Strong line of energy from the crown of your head to your tailbone. Exhale, high plank. Plant your palms firmly onto the ground. Take your feet back to hips with distance. Hips are in line with your shoulders and your heels. Inhale, hinge forward slightly. Just stack your shoulders over your wrist. And exhale into low plank. You have options here. You can do fullest expression. Bend your elbows not more than a 90-degree angle. You can also come down onto your knees. Inhale, upward facing dog. Shoelace side of the feet down your mat. Legs lifted. Press down onto your mat. Open your chest forward. Exhale, downward facing dog. That's Surya Namaskar A. We'll flow through it one breath to one movement. Let's reconnect our Ujjayi Pranayama. Deep inhale through the nose. And exhale through the nose. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, step or jump to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, mountain. Swing your arms all the way up to Tadasana. Strong mountain. Exhale, forward fold. Hinge from your hips. Inhale, halfway lift. Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, high to low plank. yogi push-ups, your own variation. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. One more time through sun salutation. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, step or jump to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, mountain Tadasana. Swing your arms all the way up. Exhale, forward fold. Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, high to low plank. Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. We'll move straight through Surya Namaskar B. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, step or jump to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Notice the change. Inhale, chair pose, Utkatasana. Bend your knees, sink your hips low. So chair pose, I want you to check in with your feet and your knees. Feet and knees together to touch. Now check in with your hips. Make sure your hips aren't tilted towards the ceiling. I want you to guide your tailbone towards the ground. Belly button in towards the spine. Fingers or arms towards the ceiling. This is too much. You can always cactus your arms. Hold and breathe here. Really root down onto your heels. Make sure you can still see all your toes. If not, shift your hips back a little. Let's take another breath in. Sink your hips a few inches lower. Exhale, forward fold. Very strong. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, high to low plank, yogi push-ups. Inhale, upward facing dog. Open your heart forward. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your right leg high, three-legged dog. Hold it at the top. I want you to check in with your hips. Hips in line or hips are square towards the ground. Back foot is flexed. Point your toes, your right toes towards the ground. Take another breath in. Charge your right heel towards the ceiling. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, warrior two. Back foot is now parallel to the short edge of your mat. Nice bend in the front knee. Swing your arms in opposite directions. Hold and breathe. I want you to really find depth, the bend in the front knee. We're using our quads, strengthening our quads in this pose, our core as well. And imagine pulling your arms in opposite directions. Really find length. Take an inhale, hinge forward. Find length. Exhale, extended side angle. Front arm by front thigh. Left arm up towards the ceiling. Your gaze can be towards the left side wall or towards the ceiling. Focus on the reach through your left fingertips. Here, avoid dumping all your weight on your right side body. Option to place the right forearm by the front thigh. Inhale, reverse warrior. Give the back wall a high five. Side body stretch, not a back bend. Maintain the bend in the front knee. Awesome work. Let's take another breath in. Reach towards the back. Find more length. Exhale, high to low plank. Cartwheel your hands down. For an added challenge option for one-legged chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Very strong. We'll do it on the other side. Inhale, lift your left leg high. Hold it at the top. Square your hips towards the ground. Flex your left foot. Point your left toes towards the ground. Another breath in. Use the left glute muscles. Charge the heel towards the ceiling. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, warrior two. Back foot is parallel to the short edge of the mat. Reach your arms long in opposite directions. And again, find depth in the bend of the front knee. Hold and breathe. Inhale, hinge forward as if you're reaching for something. Exhale, extended side angle. Front arm by front thigh. Right arm up towards the ceiling. Keep pressing through the outer edge of your right foot here. Keep breathing. Keep on lifting your belly away from your front thigh. Inhale, reverse warrior. Give the back wall a high five. Maintain the bend in the front knee. Reignite the bend in the front knee. Side body stretch, not a back bend. You'll feel it mainly on your left hip, all the way to your left middle finger. Let's take another breath in. Reach towards the back a little bit more. Find length. Exhale, high to low plank. Yogi push-ups, option for one-legged chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. We'll start flowing sun salutation. Be Surya Namaskar. Be one breath to one movement. Let's all connect our Ujjayi Pranayama. Deep inhale through the nose. And exhale through the nose. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, step or jump to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Uttanasana. Inhale, chair pose. Bend your knees, sink your hips low. Utkatasana. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, high to low plank, chaturanga dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your right leg high, three-legged dog. Exhale, low lunge, step through. Inhale, warrior two, Virabhadrasana towards the left side wall, strong warrior. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, reverse warrior, give the back wall a high five. Exhale, high to low plank. Yogi push-ups, your own variation. Inhale, upward facing dog, open your heart forward. Exhale, downward facing dog. Other side, inhale, lift your left leg, high three-legged dog. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, warrior two. Virabhadrasana towards the right side wall. Strong warriors. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, reverse warrior. Side body stretch. Exhale, high to low plank, yogi push-ups. Inhale, upward facing dog, very strong. Exhale, downward facing dog. We'll flow through it, one breath to one movement, one more time. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, step or jump to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, chair pose, Utkatasana. Bend your knees, sink your hips low. Sink your hips even lower. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, high to low plank, chaturanga dandasana, yogi push-ups. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your right leg high. Exhale, low lunge, step through. Inhale, warrior two, Virabhadrasana. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, high to low plank, cartwheel your hands down. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Last round, last side, let's power through. Inhale, lift your left leg high. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, warrior two, Virabhadrasana. Very strong warriors. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, reverse warrior. Nice side body stretch. Exhale, high to low plank, yogi push-ups. Inhale, upward facing dog, Urdhva Mukha Shavasana. Exhale, downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Shavasana. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, step or jump to the top of your mat and have a seat. Let's take a breather. If you have water beside you, go ahead and take a sip. Otherwise, we'll move on straight to core. From the top of your mat, bring the soles of your feet together to touch. Butterfly your knees wide. Parallel your arms. to your mat. And slow with control, lower all the way down. You reach the ground, guide the soles of your feet closer to your hips. Bring your fingertips behind your ears, elbows open. Move on into Tabata Konasana sit-ups. Nice deep inhale to prepare. Exhale, lift your chest away from the ground. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. If you want an added challenge, try to lift your feet away from the ground. Keep pressing through the soles of your feet. This will require to work your core a little bit more. Keep going. Go at your own pace and let your breath be your guide here. Keep your elbows open, little to no movement on your neck. Little to no weight on your fingertips. Keep going. Think of the range of motion of elbows to knees. We're here for 8, 7, 6. Lift your chest higher. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Full body stretch. That was tough. We will move on straight to another core exercise. Yogi bicycles. So bend your knees. Keep your feet flexed. Point your toes towards the ceiling. And same as earlier, bring your fingertips behind your ears. Let's take an inhale to prepare. And exhale, right elbow towards opposite knee. Option to extend the right leg long. Yogi bicycles. Inhale, center. Exhale, switch. Left elbow, opposite knee. Inhale, center. Exhale, switch. Continue at your own pace. Again, I always say, really connect with your breath. Let it be your main guide. Keep going. This one, think of the range and motion of not just elbow to opposite knee, but also shoulder to opposite knee. It won't make that contact, but you'll feel it mainly. We're working your transverse abdominals, the deepest core muscles. Keep going here. I have a challenge. Once I start counting to 8, go as fast as you can. We're here for 8, 7, fast as you can. 6, 5, 4, 3, faster. 2, and 1. Even out your sides. Full body stretch. Very strong. We'll move on to our last core exercise. Grab onto the soft spot behind your knees. Rock and roll yourselves 2 or 3 times. We'll move on to our last core exercise, which is forearm plank. Forearm plank is very good for the entire core, as well as it works your upper body strength. So for forearm plank, guide your forearms down your mat. You can always do this on your knees, feet lifted. Otherwise, place your feet hips width distance, hips in line with your shoulders and your heels. Always an option to interlace your fingers together. Keep breathing here. Keep pressing through your heels. Keep on pulling your belly button in towards your spine. And we'll just hang in here, hang in this pose. A couple of breaths. You got this. We're here for 8, 7, 6, 5. Keep pulling your belly button in. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slowly come down onto your knees and guide yourself to child's pose. Quick break. You wish to do a few cleansing breaths to release some heat. If you feel like you've built too much heat in your body for your practice today, Nice deep inhale through your nose. Open mouth, exhale, side all out. And slowly come back to your Ujjayi Pranayama. Deep inhale through your nose. Exhale through your nose. On your next inhale, guide yourself to tabletop. Shoulders over your wrists, hips over your knees. And exhale to downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your right leg high. Three-legged dog. Exhale, low lunge, step through. Inhale, high crescent. Swing your arms all the way up. So high crescent, back leg is straight, back heel is lifted and away from the ground. Swing your arms all the way up. Check in with your hips. Your hips should be in line towards the front wall, or whichever wall you're facing. Swing your arms all the way up, shoulder blades away from your ears. Now this time, for this practice, we'll slowly lower our left knee down our mat. Provides a little bit more stability. Let's slowly guide our hands all the way down to our mat. Ground down onto your left hand. Inhale, lift your right arm up towards the ceiling. Revolved low crescent. And here you can be still, or you can rotate your wrists, or maybe even rotate your arms, make circles. Nice little movement for your shoulders. And you can keep rotating, you can keep your arms still, or another option is for a deeper quad stretch is to grab on to the outside edge of your left foot. Nice quad stretch, you'll mainly feel it on your left quad. And just hang in here, hold. Keep breathing. Let's take another breath here, nice deep inhale. And exhale, release your left foot down, swing your right hand all the way up, and guide it all the way back down to your mat. Toe heel your right foot to the outside edge of your mat, runner's lunge. You can stay here, or you can slowly come down onto your forearms, or if you have blocks. Nice little stretch for the hip joints. And we'll just breathe here in this pose. And slowly come back up to your palms. Pick your right foot to meet with your left to high plank. This time root down onto your left hand whenever you feel rooted and grounded. Inhale, side plank. Open your body towards the right side wall. Always an option to drop your left knee down for more stability. And for an added challenge, you can always lift your right leg high. See which one works best for you. Keep breathing. I want you to really focus on the reach through your right fingertips and push the ground away. Let's take another breath in, lift your hips higher. Exhale, high to low plank, very strong yogi push-ups. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. We'll move on to the other side. Inhale, lift your left leg high. Exhale, low lunge, step through. Inhale, high crescent. Swing your arms all the way up. Again, high crescent, back leg is straight, back heel is lifted and away from the ground. Hips square towards the front. Swing your arms all the way up. And just like earlier, slowly guide your right knee all the way down. Low crescent. Slowly guide Your palms all the way down. Root down onto your right hand this time. Inhale, lift your left hand all the way up. Revolved, low lunge. Keep breathing here. Again, same option as the other side. You can rotate your wrist, or you can also do full arm rotations. Nice little movement for your shoulder. Mainly on the left shoulder. You can keep doing this, or you can stay still with your left hand up. Stay here, or option to grab on to the outside edge of your right foot for deeper quad stretch. You'll mainly feel it on your right quads. This time, just hold and breathe. Feel the effects of this pose. Nice little twist for the upper body as well. Let's take one more breath here. Nice deep inhale. And exhale, release your right foot down. Guide your left hand all the way down. Toe heel your left foot to the outside edge of your mat. Runner's lunge. Again, you can stay here on your palms. If you want to go for a little bit more of a deeper stretch, you can come down onto your forearms or onto blocks if you have one. Very good for the hip joints. You'll also feel a little bit stretched for your quads and hamstrings. And slowly come back up to your palms if you left it. Kick your left foot to meet with your right to high plank. High plank hips in line with your shoulders and your heels. Root down onto your right hand whenever you feel grounded. Inhale, side plank. Open your body towards the left side wall. Same option as the other side. You can drop down your right knee for more stability. You can lift your left leg high for an added challenge. Whichever one works best for you. Keep breathing. Keep pushing the ground away from you. We're here for another round of breath. Lift your hips higher, as high as you can. Exhale, high to low plank, very strong. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, walk or step to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Move on to balancing. Inhale, chair pose. Bend your knees, sink your hips low. I'll face the camera. So chair pose, same as earlier. Bend your knees, your hips are low. Swing your arms all the way up. Hold, root down onto our left leg first. Whenever you feel rooted and grounded, guide your right leg up and over. Kickstand or a bind, whichever one works best for you. Right arm under your left for eagle arms. Now if this is too much, you can always opt for bear hug. Grab onto opposite shoulders, same benefits. Hold and breathe. I want you to find that soft spot in front of you and bring your awareness to it. Check in with your alignment. Sink your hips low, lift your chest up so your shoulders are in line with your hips. Charge your fingertips towards the ceiling if you're in eagle arms, so your elbows are in line with your shoulders. Let's take another breath in. Sink your hips a few inches lower. Exhale, unwind, shake it out. Very strong. We'll move on to the other side. Inhale, chair pose. Bend your knees, sink your hips low. Root down onto your right leg this time. Whenever you feel rooted and grounded, left leg up and over. Kickstand or a bind. Left arm under your right. Same options. You can always opt for bear hug. Hold and breathe. Think of sitting on a chair. This pose right here, eagle pose, is very good for blood circulation. Keep breathing. Lift your chest up. Keep pulling your belly button in towards your spine. Again, if you're in eagle arms, charge your fingertips towards the ceiling. Awesome work. Let's take another breath here. Sink your hips even lower. Exhale, unwind. Awesome work. We'll move straight through dancers, Maharajasana. So inhale, mountain. Swing your arms all the way up. Exhale, place your right arm by your side like you're holding a tray. Keep your knees together. It would help with your stability. Whenever you're ready, grab on to the inside of your right foot without twisting your wrist. Inside of the right foot. You can stay here. This is dancers right here. Play with your balance. Keep your knees together. Or if you want to go for the fullest expression, nice inhale. Find leg through the crown of your head. And exhale. Kick through your back foot. Focus on the kick. And the torso will follow. And if you're like me, you're by a wall, you can use the wall as support or stability. Keep breathing here. Keep your standing legs straight. Let's take another breath here. Kick your right foot higher. Exhale, release. Unwind. Awesome work. Move on to the other side. Inhale, mountain. Swing your arms all the way up. Exhale, left hand by your side here, like you're holding your tray. Whenever you're ready, grab on to the inside of your left foot without twisting your wrist. Again, perfectly fine to stay here. This is dancers. Or fullest expression. Inhale, charge up first. Exhale, take through your back foot. Keep focusing on the kick. Take your time, go as slow as you need to. Keep focusing on the kick, and the torso will follow. Let's take another breath in. Really use your glute muscles, your left glutes, to get your left foot higher and higher. And release. Awesome work. We'll move on to our next balancing pose, tree pose. One of my favorites, very calming poses. We'll root down onto our left foot or left leg this time. Whenever you're ready, bring the sole of your right foot to the inside of your shin or your thigh. You can also do kickstand. Kickstand, your right foot is supporting you. Whichever one works best for you. And if the foot doesn't slide, get your hands at your heart center. It always helps to find that soft spot in front of you. Maybe an object doesn't move. Bring your awareness to it. Just bring more awareness to your breath. An option here to extend the arms long. If you want an added challenge, you can also try to close your eyes. Let's take another breath in, nice deep inhale. And exhale, release. Awesome work. We'll move on to the other side. Root down onto your right leg this time. Whenever you feel grounded, sole of your left foot to the inside of shin or thigh. Always an option for your kickstand. Other sides feels different sometimes. But doesn't slide, hands at your heart center. And again, find that still spot in front of you. Option to extend the arms long. And if you want more of a heart opener, you can guide your palms by your low back. In prayer position, this will open your heart a little bit more. Your chest, your torso towards the front. Let's take another inhale here. And We'll start flowing straight through it. Inhale, mountain, swing your arms all the way up to Tadasana. Exhale, forward fold, hinge from your hips. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, high to low plank, chaturanga dandasana, yogi push-ups. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your right leg high, three-legged dog. Exhale, low lunge, step through. Inhale, warrior two. Back foot is parallel to the short edge of the mat. Nice bend in the front knee. Breathe here. Inhale, begin to straighten the front leg and flip the palms to face the left side wall. Exhale, triangle, trikonasana. Front arm by front thigh. Back arm up towards the ceiling. So over here, I want you to think there's a wall behind you, supporting you. So guide your left shoulder blades a little bit more towards the back to open your body, your torso even more towards the left side wall. I want you to really focus on the reach through your left fingertips towards the ceiling rather than dumping all your weight onto your right side body. Let's take another breath here. And exhale, slowly come all the way up. Inhale, back to warrior two. Nice bend in the front knee. Exhale, high to low plank, yogi push-ups. Inhale, upward facing dog, Urdhva Mukha. Exhale, downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Other side, inhale, lift your left leg high. Exhale, low lunge, step through. Inhale, warrior two. Back foot is parallel to the short edge of the mat. We've been here before. Virabhadrasana. Hold and breathe. Inhale, begin to straighten the front leg. Flip the palms to face the right side wall. Exhale, triangle, trikonasana. Legs straight. Left arm by left foot, right arm up towards the ceiling. Again, focus on the reach through the right fingertips. Your gaze can be towards the right side wall or towards the ceiling, whichever one works best. Roll your right shoulder blade towards the back. Let's take another breath in. And exhale, slowly come all the way up. Inhale, warrior two, bend the front knee. Exhale, high to low plank, yogi push-ups. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your right leg high, three-legged dog. Exhale, half pigeon, right knee by your right wrist, ankle by your left wrist. Shoelace side of the back foot down. So you want to think of your legs here as figure number 7. Your shin doesn't have to be parallel to the short edge of your mat. You just want to make sure your hips are square to the ground. If you have towels or a block, you can also place it underneath your hips for an added support. Let's stay upright here. Place your hands by your sides. Open your chest towards the front. Nice little low back bend. Right here. You have the option to stay upright, or you can begin to come down onto your forearms. Maybe rest your forehead down on your mat. Sleeping half pigeon. It's one of the poses where we try to practice letting go of the need for control. Poses like these, where you are just still with your body. Maybe it's an uncomfortable position, it's an uncomfortable pose. It's the times where we can bring more awareness to our breath, to how we're feeling, to check in with how you feel right at this moment. Slowly come all the way back up to your palms. Take your right foot to meet with your left to downward facing dog. We'll move to the other side. Inhale, lift your left leg high. Exhale, half pigeon on the left. Left knee by left wrist, ankle by right wrist. And again, shoelace side of the back foot down. Hips are square towards the ground. Hold and breathe. Place your hands by your sides. Open your chest forward. You'll feel a nice stretch in your right quads as well. Option to stay here, stay lifted, or you can always come down onto your forearms, same as the other side. Really great stretch for the hip joints. Maybe you'll notice that this side might feel different. Maybe it feels a little bit more loose or a little bit more tight than the other side. It's all perfectly fine. Our sides aren't always equal. Something I like to do here is to create more space for my body, for my torso, by placing my forearms a little bit more forward to create more length, more space for my spine. Slowly come all the way back up to your palms. Take your left foot to meet with your right to high plank. High plank, hips in line with your shoulders and your heels. And this time I challenge you to lower down as slow as you can. Kind of like push-ups. We're not going to push ourselves up. None of that hard work. When you reach the ground, bring your chin to the center of your mat. Hands by your sides. Zip your legs and feet together to touch. Inhale, baby cobra. Lift your chest away from the ground. Little to no weight on your palms. Your palms may hover over your mat. Keep squeezing your shoulder blades together. Lift your chest up. Your gaze is a few inches in front of you, so there is no crease at the back of your neck. Keep breathing here. Let's take another breath in. Lift your chest higher. Exhale, release your favorite cheek down your mat. Hands by your sides. Guide your chin back to center. You always have the option for another baby cobra. Otherwise, we'll move on with locust. For locust, hands by your sides, palms facing down, legs and feet still together to touch. Inhale, baby. Inhale, locust, rather. Or baby cobra if you're doing baby cobra. Lift your chest and thighs away from the ground. Airplane arms, really squeeze your shoulder blades together to touch. Gaze a few inches in front of you. Maybe your big toes will touch. Let's take another breath in. Lift your chest and thighs higher. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Exhale, release the opposite cheek down your mat. Guide your chin back to center. Have the option for another baby cobra or another locust. Or we will move on with the bow pose. For bow pose, Dhanurasana, bend your knees, grab onto the outside edge of your feet. All fingers, including your thumbs. Inhale, bow pose. Lift your chest and thighs away from the ground. Keep kicking through your feet. You really squeeze your glute muscles here. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. You maybe roll onto the soft spot of your belly. If you're moving forward and back, that only means you're breathing. Let's take another breath in. Really kick through your feet. Lift the chest and thighs higher. And exhale. Release your favorite cheek down your mat. Maybe windshield wiper your feet for a nice low back release. Guide your chin back to center. Place your palms down your mat and slowly come all the way up. Guide yourself onto any seated position, maybe sitting on your heels or crisscross applesauce. Place your hands by your kneecaps for more of a grounding pose, or you always have an option to place one hand at your heart, one hand at your belly, whichever one works best for you. Maybe soften your gaze or close your eyes. Let's take this moment here to really get in tune with our body, with how we're feeling. Maybe just by taking note of the effects of our practice today. Maybe you're feeling the race in your heartbeat like I do. You're feeling the rise and fall of your belly, noticing every breath. Now that breath is one of the most powerful tools that we will always have. That without breath, there is no movement. Let's take another full cycle of breath here. Nice deep inhale and exhale. Flutter your eyes open. Extend your legs long towards the front, towards the top of your mat, and scooch yourself over. Bring the soles of your feet down your mat, feet and hips with distance. Parallel your arms to your mat and slow and gentle lower all the way down. When you reach the ground, guide your feet closer to your hips. We'll do one more strengthening pose for today's class. Inhale, bridge pose. Lift your hips away from the ground. You can keep your hands by your sides or option to interlace your fingers behind your low back. Maybe guide your shoulder blades together to touch. Really squeeze your glutes here to lift your hips towards the ceiling. Really resist the gravity. Just make sure to leave space between your chin and your chest. Keep your gaze towards the ceiling so your neck is neutral. Something I like to do here is watch the rise and fall of my belly. Let's take another breath and really squeeze your glutes together. Lift your hips as high as you can. Exhale, release. Awesome work. Let's take a full body stretch. Extend your legs and arms long. Nice little stretch for the core as well. And begin to hug your knees to your chest. Grab onto the outside edge of your feet, happy baby. Allow your knees to fall by your sides, by your armpits. Guide your tailbone towards the ground. You can stay still or option to sway side to side for laughing happy baby. Bring more joy to your practice today. Nice little spine massage. Slowly come to stillness. Hug your right knee into your chest. Extend your left leg long. Pull it a little bit closer to your body. Nice light pressure. And guide it over your body. supine twist. Tee out your arms. Maybe your gaze is towards the ceiling or towards the right side wall, whichever one works best for you. Something to take note here is that your right knee doesn't have to touch the ground. You don't have to force your knee to touch the ground. Just make sure that both of your shoulders are in contact with your mat. Just hang here. Feel that nice slight twist for your body. Feel your chest, your torso more open. Nice little stretch for your hamstrings, your glutes. And now slowly guide your right knee back to center. Give it another squeeze. And switch sides. Extend the right leg long. Hug your left knee into your chest. Hug it a little bit tight, slight pressure. And guide it over your body. Supine twist. Same as the other side. Tee out your arms. Again, left knee doesn't have to touch the ground. Maybe your gaze is towards the ceiling or towards the left side wall. Maybe you'll close your eyes. Feel that nice light twist in your torso. Nice stretch for your glutes. Your left knee back to center. Give it another squeeze. And full body stretch. Extend your legs long. Begin to hug your knees to your chest. Roll onto a tight ball. Maybe you'll grab onto opposite elbows. Maybe you'll guide your forehead towards your knees. Begin to flex every muscle in your body, starting from your feet, toes, calves, thighs, core. Maybe you flex your arms, maybe even make a fist. And maybe even flex your face. Begin to take the deepest and fullest inhale of the class. And exhale, release. Shavasana, final resting pose. Extend your legs and your arms long. Shavasana marks the end of your practice. Allow yourself to find a nice, comfortable stillness. Allow your legs and your feet to fall out wide. Allow your belly to soften. Your arms to feel heavy by your sides. Feel your chest and your heart open. Your head and neck supported. And if it helps, maybe you'll unclench your jaw and let your tongue fall off the roof of your mouth. And if you haven't already, maybe close your eyes. Feel your eyes sink into their socket. Allowing your body to take up as much space fast you need to. And allow your breath to come back to its natural rhythm. Feel free to stay here for as long as you'd like. If your day calls you out, begin to introduce small movements back to your body by wiggling your fingers and your toes. Maybe gently guide your head side to side. Let's take a full body stretch here. Stand your legs and arms long. Whenever you're ready, roll on to your favorite side. Use one arm as a pillow and keep your eyes closed. And whenever you're ready, guide yourself onto any seated position with your eyes closed. Guide your hands at your heart center. Let's close the class the same way we began, with a big cleansing breath. Take an inhale, fill your lungs with air. Open mouth, exhale, sigh it all out. Guide your hands at your third eye center, space between your eyebrows, seat of your intuition. The light and the love within me honors and appreciates the light and the love within each and every one of you. Let's all bow our heads as we say the word Namaste. Thank you all so much for taking the time to practice with me today. I hope to see you again on your mats.